Since I stopped recording at the bonfire here in Anor Londo, I realised I had to go back to the Undead Burg to buy some Lloyd's talismans. So I went and farmed the Dark Wraiths in New Londo for souls, until I had enough to completely fill the bottomless box, and to have a decent amount of talismans on me. Not only that, but I bought 999 large arrows, and 999 poison arrows to make sure that I had more than enough to cover this playthrough. I also ended up with about 60 titanite chunks from all the soul farming, so I upgraded my composite bow, scimitar, grass crest shield and halberd to plus 14. The first thing I'm going to do here is obtain a symbol of avarice, as I want to get some extra souls from the Ornstein and Smough boss fight. Normally I'd have the covetous silver serpent ring from the Tomb of the Giants and the symbol of avarice before clearing Sen's fortress in most of my playthroughs, but because I forgot to visit the undead merchant before I started recording in Sen's, I didn't think it was worth stopping the recording, going back to the Burg, buying the Lloyd's talismans, then returning to clear Sen's. As for not getting the covetous silver serpent ring from Tomb of the Giants, well, that was mainly for the benefit of those people watching this playthrough that are new to Dark Souls. With that said, I will be getting the covetous silver serpent ring at some point in this playthrough, but it won't be until I'm ready to clear out the Tomb of the Giants. I'm not sure when that will be in this playthrough, but I do have an idea of which areas I'll be clearing after I'm finished here in Anor Londo. My first stop will be at the forest so I can kill Sif and obtain the ring needed for the Four Kings boss fight. I also plan on joining the forest hunters while I'm there so I can purchase a few weapons from Shiva. That way, when I start working on the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith, he'll be close by when I obtain Fire Tempest as a reward for killing the Bed of Chaos from Quelana. At this point, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the optional areas, namely the Painted World of Ariamis, the Great Hollow, and Ash Lake. I might wait until I'm ready to access the kiln before going into those areas, but that could change. I'll let you know when I work out how and when those areas will fit into this playthrough. Coming up are the rafters with the painting guardians, and there's also a chest that contains a divine blessing. As I mentioned just before, I won't be doing the optional area of the Painted World just yet, but I will be going down to the lower level where a fair few painting guardians are found, so I can get the Black Iron armor set, Black Iron Great Shield, and the Great Sword. I got a little too close this time. It's actually possible to take out this painting guardian by pushing it off the rafters with a headshot. So that's something for those who are new to the game to keep in mind when coming through here. Oh look, another one of Leroy's glue-eating buddies. What do you want to bet that the painting guardian is still on that ladder after I've obtained the divine blessing and reached the fog gate? Yep, he's still there. Three mice are sitting at a bar in a pretty rough neighbourhood late at night, trying to impress each other with how tough they are. The first mouse sinks a shot of scotch, slams the glass onto the bar, turns to the second mouse and says, "When I see a mousetrap, I lie on my back and set it off with my foot. When the bar comes down, I catch it with my teeth, bench press it 20 times to work up an appetite, and then make off with the cheese." The second mouse orders 2 shots of sour mash, sinks them both, slams each glass onto the bar, turns to the first mouse and replies, "Yeah, well, when I see rat poison, I collect as much of it as I can, take it home, grind it up into a powder, and add it to my morning coffee so I can get a good buzz going for the rest of the day." The first mouse and second mouse then turn to the third mouse. The third mouse lets out a long sigh, and then says to the other two, "I don't have time for this crap. I've got to go home and screw the cat." I'm just going to clear out this room of painting guardians, grab the black iron armor, along with the black iron great shield and great sword before I progress through to the second bonfire. Just have to let you all know that I'm getting pretty tired, so I'll probably end up stopping this recording before I take on Ornstein and Smo. I will be collecting a few items of interest from inside the castle area before I do call it a night though. The corpse that fell with the chandelier that I left there has great magic weapon on it. But as I'm not going to be using sorceries with this character, it's nothing that I'll be needing. Hence why I just left it there. Something I wanted to touch on quickly is about the jokes that I've been sharing. I have no idea what you consider to be too far or over the line, so it'd be great if you could tell me what's off limits for you. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm not going to share jokes that you might not like, because as long as I like them, I don't see a problem. On that note, a woman goes into a pet shop to buy her husband a pet for his birthday. After looking around, she finds that all of the pets are quite expensive. She tells the clerk she wants to buy a pet, but she doesn't want to spend a fortune. "Well," says the clerk, "we have very large bullfrogs. It's been said that they've been trained to give blowjobs. It hasn't been proven, but we've sold 30 of them this month." The woman thinks it will make a great gag gift, and what if it were true? No more blowjobs for her. So she buys the frog and gives it to her husband. When she explains the frog's ability to him, he is extremely skeptical and laughs it off. The woman goes to bed happy, thinking she may never need to perform this less than riveting act again. In the middle of the night, she is woken up by the noise of pots and pans banging around everywhere. She runs downstairs to the kitchen, only to find her husband and the frog reading cookbooks. "What are you two doing at this hour?" she asks. The husband replies, "If I can teach this frog to cook, you're out of here." If nothing else, at least all that caffeine seems to have helped me with my parrying. Which is a nice change, considering I was missing just about every parry I attempted in Sens. I'm not going to worry about heading into the bonfire room for the time being. Before I rest there, I'll go around and collect everything on this side of the castle interior. For now, I think I'll leave the prowling demon, as it'll probably take a few minutes or so to kill and collect everything up to that point anyway, which should bring me up to around the 20-minute mark for this part. Another thing I'll do while I'm here is demonstrate the staircase shortcut jump, which again is mainly for the benefit of newer players. I'll wait until I'm done collecting everything on this side before I demonstrate the shortcut jump. After I've dealt with the two mimics here, all that will be left before reaching the prowling demon will be the demon titanite, which is located in a chest, a tiny being's ring, which is a reward from Siegmeyer for killing the silver knights in the same room as the chest. Then it should just be the silver knight armor set. After that, it'll be to the bonfire, and then it's bedtime for me. I won't just end the commentary here though. Before I do that, I'll share one last joke with you all. A blonde, a brunette, and a redhead are competing in the English Channel breaststroke competition. The redhead wins, and the brunette comes second. However, there is no sign of the final contestant. Hours and hours go by, causing grave concern and worry. Just as everyone is losing hope, the blonde finally arrives. The crowd is extremely happy and relieved to see her. They embrace the young woman as she comes ashore. After all the excitement dies down, the blonde leans over to the judge and whispers, "I hate to be a bad loser, but I think those other girls use their arms." with that, I'll say goodnight, and I'll see you all next time.